What's up, 12s? It's Brandon Michael here, guys, and I'm going to let you guys know on a little secret. My opinion has changed on the whole Chris Carson situation, and I didn't think it was going to change, but here I am, standing in my closet, talking to you guys once again, informing you on how and why it changed. And if you guys are new subscribers, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But in my past videos, I've said that I do not think Chris Carson will be coming back. I thought that he was going to walk in free agency next year, and I thought it would be done. And, I just thought we had too many players to sign. But it's been a couple of months, excuse me. I've had time to think about it. And now I'm sitting here talking to you guys because I just wanted to tell you guys, you know what? I'm allowed to have a change of opinion, guys. So let me just go ahead and break it down for you on why. We'll start at the beginning. So if you guys, I said that Chris Carson was going to leave just because I thought there was just too many players to sign. I just felt like at the end of the day, it was going to be one of those situations like the Frank Clark situation. I said situation twice, excuse me. But where Frank Clark was forced to get traded out of Seattle just because we had just too many people to sign, and Frank just was kind of the odd man out. And I thought it was going to be the same situation with Chris Carson, where we would have to get rid of Chris Carson because at the end of the day, guys like Shaquille Griffin, KJ Wright, B-Mac, all those guys I thought were going to stay on the team. We were going to have to pay those guys. Now, obviously Chris Carson is, in my opinion, a better player at his position than a guy like Bradley McDougald. But I was thinking, well, running back is such, it's one of those positions where it's so deep, and especially with the way our offense runs, we could plug and play almost anyone and they could be 1,000-yard rusher. So I was like, Chris Carson's really good, but it's one of those positions where, he's had two seasons-ending injuries in his first 3 seasons, and it's just, he's going to get paid a lot. I was thinking $8 million, per year, which is a good amount of money for a guy that we're not sure if he's going to stay healthy. And plus he had a couple of fumbling issues last year, and it was just one of those things where I'm like, it won't meet. I'd love to have Chris Carson back, but it's just not going to work out. But the draft happened, some other things happened, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, maybe Chris Carson will come back next year. And let me tell you why. Obviously, Jordan Brooks being drafted kind of changed everything. I predicted, if you see my past videos, I thought we would draft the linebacker Kenneth Murray in the first round. But I thought they would learn behind KJ and Bobby. But then a bunch of other reports came out, even after the Jordan Brooks thing, where KJ Wright's injured. We're not even sure he's going to be ready at the beginning of the season. And it started bringing back flashbacks to the 2018-2019 season where KJ was injured all year. And his future was like, I was like, I don't know, like, we weren't sure if we were going to bring him back, this and that. So, just kind of brought me flashbacks, and KJ's not exactly getting any younger either. So I was like, maybe KJ's time is up in Seattle, and KJ's obviously going to be a free agent after this year, and KJ's costing us an arm and a leg right now. I think he's top 5 in terms of players being paid on our team right now. He's getting paid a lot of money, and it sounds like he's not going to be ready at the beginning of the season. We use our first round pick on Jordan Brooks. Like, it's looking like KJ Wright won't be a guy that's coming back next year. So, KJ Wright doesn't come back. That's that's more money we could use on a guy like Chris Carson. Another player is Bradley McDougald. And I really thought Bradley McDougald would for sure stay on the team after the season. But the more I think about it too, I just feel like, in my opinion, I didn't want Marquise Blair playing strong safety. But apparently it's looking like they're okay with Blair playing strong safety. I mean, he's gonna Pete had already said he's gonna be nickel DB, so probably, put right into strong safety, when Brad plays slot. So there's going to be a lot of changing around. It's not going to be set Bradley McDougald the strong safety or Marquise Blair strong safety, but there's going to be a lot of shifting around, and it looks like Marquise Blair is going to get a lot more snaps this year, and we could see Marquise Blair break out. Now, the biggest thing is this. If Marquise Blair breaks out, we're not going to see Bradley McDougald back in a Seahawks uniform. He's costing us a little bit over $5 million per year. He's good, but Bradley's not great. And I feel like we need to get to that great status if we're going to, win a Super Bowl. So, at the end of the day, Bradley McDougald, KJ Wright are 2 guys that might not come back to the team next year. We don't know how much money that would save us, but at the end of the day, we know if we're not going to sign KJ Wright and Bradley McDougald, that money could go to Chris Carson. Now, forget Chris Carson for a second, too. We also know Quentin Dunbar's on a contract year. We don't know if he's going to come back and play. Now, a lot of signs point that he's innocent, but at the end of the day, he's not innocent until the judge says he's innocent, but he's innocent in our eyes. But that's another guy that, if he ends up not being innocent, you know, obviously, we're praying he's innocent, but if he's not innocent, then we don't have to pay him. That's more money we save on that position too. But that was another thing that was going through my head. I was like, we got to pay Quentin Dunbar. Shaquille Griffin's on a contract here. He's about to get paid. Poona Ford's a restricted free agent, but he's still going to have to get paid too. And, you know, there's a slew of other guys that I'm blanking on right now. But there's a lot of guys we're going to have to pay next year. And I was thinking, Rashad Penny, first-round pick, we used on him. He's going to have to step up eventually. We didn't use a first-round pick on a running back just for him to sit behind Chris Carson his whole career. I was like, this is a perfect scenario. We're not going to have money to sign Chris Carson. Rashad Penny is going to be ready to step up. But then we heard news again that Rashad Penny is going to start on the physically unable to perform list this year. And he might probably not even going to be ready until at least week 6. So now I'm sitting here, I'm like, everything is just falling in place for Chris Carson. If Carson's ready week 1, he shows up, balls out the first 6 weeks. Penny can't play the whole season. All of a sudden, Jordan Brooks breaks out. Marquise Blair breaks out. Brooks breaks out, KJ Wright and Bradley McDougald are shipped out of Seattle. And all of a sudden, Chris Carson is sitting here saying, like, you guys are going to have to pay me. And I guarantee you, Schneider could pull the trigger on it. And I wouldn't be surprised. And honestly, I want Chris Carson in Seattle. But I just don't think, I don't have the same opinion as before. And I know I kind of jumped around in this video, guys. I'm sorry. I just had a lot of thoughts, but with the whole Rashad Penny not being injured, KJ Wright being injured, so Jordan Brooks is going to have to step up. So I don't think that KJ Wright might not be on the team. Bradley McDougald might not be on the team. Like, a lot of these veterans that might get pushed out, that might, you know, give Chris Carson an opportunity. But here's the big but. If Chris Carson gets a season-ending injury again, he's not coming back. I don't care if KJ Bradley leaves, he leaves. Chris Carson is not coming back if he has another season-ending injury. If he performs subpar, he's not coming back. He's going to have to break out. I mean, Chris Carson's, this isn't an automatic, you know, oh, well, Bradley and KJ play, is gone. Chris Carson, you know, no matter how you play, you're going to come back. No. He's going to have 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's going to have the ball this year. Now, it's going to be tougher for him to reach 1,000 yards because he's got another guy that's fighting for snaps next to him in Carlos Hyde, another 1,000-yard rusher that's going to be, you know, angry. He's going to be fighting for snaps too. Plus, Chris Carson isn't going to have as much volume as he's had in the last couple of years because it's obvious whenever he's had that volume, he's gotten injured. We signed Carlos Hyde for a reason. We have DJ Dallas. We drafted him. We have Travis Homer. You know, had a pretty solid few games there at the end of the season. And we've got a couple other guys that, you know, we're going to look to, you know, to ball out this year. So, at the end of the day, I think Chris Carson could be back next year, but he does have to play, you know, at a top level. A lot of things have to fall into place, but it's not completely out of the question that Chris Carson is gone from Seattle, the way that I was thinking a couple of months ago. So, I want you guys to go ahead and give me your opinion on this situation. Thank you for staying. If you stayed throughout this whole video, I understand I jumped around a lot, but those are just my opinions. If you think Chris Carson is staying, tell me why. I'd like to hear why, guys, and I hope you guys are staying safe. And like, subscribe, guys. It really helps me out a lot. And go Hawks. Thank you for supporting the Hawks. Thank you for everything, guys. So, go Hawks. I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe, and see you later.